Um, the piece that I wrote is called Sexual Abuse. That's just what I called it. So, her ignorance was evidence of dollars and cents being put to good use, youth his expense, those pure without pretense, so he could pretend they were giving consent, accepting his attention like a wrapped up present. He liked fresh meat. And when he became carnivorous, he cut her down and ate her up, devouring her flesh in his aggression, soaking up her youth like the sun, hailing "forgive me, fathers" like a nun, yet repeating the ritual in his boredom. She never asked to be his sacrifice, but she became his vice. Her virginity the bride price, but she was no bride, fulfilling his selfish tendencies when Dr. Jekyll went Mr. Hyde. Craving his power while he hid it, hating himself when he quit it, down on his knees asking forgiveness, walking away feeling guiltless, then his sickness became his business, finding another good little girl like Father Christmas.
Go ahead, Carrie.
But she didn't want to be on the nice list. She'd rather take coal in a stocking than find holes in her stocking where he'd rip them up, rocking her back and forth, talking of love, just blocking out dad who was walking from sleep and was gawking at son and was mocking his painful gas, chalking it up to his own bewitched past. But don't think about that now, enjoy the moment, for it's almost worn. Soon she'll be used up, good for little more than some 2-bit porn. So he continued his love for lust, but she's tied down now like a hen that is trussed up for Thanksgiving, but she won't be giving thanks. She'll be weak and unarmed like a gun filled with blanks, trying to shoot the men who attack, but hitting mere air as they both hit the sack. As she kept shooting blindly at her own firing range, the story of her life was quickly shortchanged. Not her pocketbook though, because a night cost $5,000. Men using her, excuse me. Not her pocketbook though, because a night cost $5,000. Men using her because their wives just don't understand. Like the stock market boom, her stock went to great heights, sleeping all day and consensually raped all night. The drinks, the drugs, the life of whore fame, her fancy clothes, her youthful skin successfully hid her shame. She was busy all night, she was sleeping all day until her stock market price went belly up like Fannie Mae. Her very insides went raw, her youthful skin turned dim. The genuine smile she had worn turned hideously grim. They turned her away as her body grew up, finding younger flesh on which to sup. Now that she was older and pedophiles looked younger, she became like all the prostitutes and working girls among her. The money was gone, the stock market crashed, her value was gone in a blink and a flash. This went on for years and years. She cost $90 a job. Her pimp made sure she paid him too, so she didn't become some scarlet snob. So now her ignorance is lost, her youthful zeal is done. She's used for cheap giggles thanks to pedophile number 1. She's the tramp college boys mess with when someone's given a dare. She's the whore they stay away from unless they want an STD scare. How I wish he'd never touched her so she'd still have life to live. But now her life is pushed and shoved out of a dirty, tainted sieve. But now I'll honor her as the beautiful girl before. Little pink bows, tiny pigtails, and innocence that she wore. She carries that girl inside of her, underneath that broken form, and I'll always remember the tenderness, the beauty, and the warmth. Before we look at broken women and judge them for their sin, let's not forget the little girls they all hold deep within.